àìdági president wa ti sùn lọ àwọn ẹlẹ́wọ̀sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá mi gan tá a bá lọ rojọ́ ń bẹ̀ mí gan sùn lọ tá a bá rojọ́ so people don't understand àwọn pín rí èèyàn every day cases ti pọ̀ jù so don't worry we are tilting towards political solution and we are going to be doing the right thing under the law and everything will still work for us. We are at a very serious advantage now. At least round up corona face oya ọlọ́pàá. I am the complainant. They cannot take me away from the case forever. And my own is I want to see the full video. How do you explain that the full video will not be out? So today I'm choose go carry kini cook be now carry to bá ti lè gbé. So that's the whole thing now.
And then don't forget the chat as well. Video and chat. Because that chat is heavy as well.
He said the police in Panti are working on it, but I don't know if eventually they get their full results. Would they be willing to? So let's wait. But I know as it is now, they will want to get all the facts readily available because they don't know the turn this case might take with somebody like me as the complainant. That is the honest truth.
Yeah, because you have to look at both ways in case they don't do anything. Because, you have to be ready for both ways and you cannot keep quiet.
So, put pressure. The next thing they will do is, whatever the case may be, any order, they will tilt towards us and say, that is the result. And that is where all of them in that camp know that. Bí méjì nu wọn lọ́kọ̀ fún ní political lọ fún position ìkan nínú ọlọ́pàá ìyẹn kẹ̀dẹ̀rẹ́ a máa jẹ́ kó yé ni ó máa pàdánù position yẹn. You will lose that position.
Is another thing. They need
and
to do
if he is not careful ó máa fi position yẹn ó máa fi kíní yẹn kó bá ọ̀gá tó wà ń bẹ̀. Ìyẹn ọlọ́pàá tó wà pẹ̀lú yẹn ó máa fi padà kó bá ọ̀gá yẹn.
No better. Kúkú máa expose gbogbo wọn.
So
and get rid of all the flaws.
Omar, it's political solution, and then we'll do everything to let them. This is what you are doing. So, kò ṣe pé àwọn tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn wọn care, but àwọn yẹn máa ro ọlọ́pàá yẹn rò bóun ṣe fún òun support àwọn yẹn torí pé wọ́n close mọ́ aṣíwájú. Tó bá dẹ̀ di political position, aṣíwájú máa wò pé I should destroy the entire government because you want to use my name. Ṣé wọ́n ló sọ mí di president ni? Role in life and then these people are using my name, they want to destroy my government, and you are what is your stake? Aṣíwájú máa rip on it on your off, or rip and naked straight in it, but no, we can't. Security report does not favor this particular case. Look at what they are saying. It's a video about the government to go down. So it's I know what I'm saying. But I don't want to go talk too much here online.
Yeah, that's okay. I understand.
I want to buy some on reti social media ni kole mari nkan mamukiri e fa won yele. But we are not backing down. And we'll get that justice.
Focus. Thank you so much, Mr. Yomi. I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right.
Anybody else wants to talk? Everybody's quiet too. Don't give up, guys. It is well. It is well.
We are not giving up, Mr. Yomi. Thank you very much, but I think I'll just try and call you because, honestly speaking, I strongly believe that alone, the single alone will share. Because in this justice from MOHBAD, we know a lot of things, and we know that gbogbo nǹkan tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí àwọn èèyàn kan tí wọn ò ní ọpọlọ àwọn ló ń fún bàbá MOHBAD ní wrong steps. Yeah, bàbá òṣòmọ kékeré agreed, but from when you have been vulnerable from the beginning and they were all these parasites, they don't enter you like coronavirus, it's difficult. And I understand that. I know the reason why. I have soft parts. But like you know, God will intervene, and the right steps will be taken, and we will get justice for Mohbad. We will get that justice for Mohbad 100%. God don't share it. Sayomi, you have work in your hand. Honestly speaking.
I know.
Uh-huh.
I know it's not easy, but you know, until Lady Ebony, so I've got moles around me,
So
and you know, I have to first and foremost run solo, and then put personal security around me, and then I'm going to face it to the end.
I'm a sorrow, yeah. But you know, there is no man that is an island of knowledge. And you're going to feel like you are supporting Yomi. I will tell you Yomi came to TikTok through. No. Some of us can read between the lines and can think ahead. But having to apply our wisdom and our emotional intelligence in this justice for Mohbad is very is the topmost thing we can do, to apply those two things, knowing when and what and how to deal with situation in this justice for Mohbad, because you know it just changes every second, every minute. Honestly, the day I've realized that there are certain things I will not do in this justice for Mohbad, but do I know? Yeah.
I've sent a letter to you. Could you drop?
Okay.
I have written an open letter to the president. Ejeka play real politics and stop thinking that we're not going to be.
I took the first letter to Tinubu's house in London when he was in London. I was there. Yeah.
So this time around, read it first. If you read it and digest it, post it on your page, tag Seyi Tinubu, tag everybody. Let them know that there is a storm that is coming. It's a political storm that they want to use Mohbad's case to destroy the government. They don't want, they will throw the evidence out when this government will have no choice than to lose that election and the relevance. Because now, those people behind the person that fired Mohbad, they are using Asiwaju's name to make it look like it is Asiwaju that is covering up, that is aware he's not doing anything.
Somebody said in 2023, when we started this justice, November precisely, he said that this justice from Mohbad that has political incline. The man said it. I can even play the voice notes here.
You're very right.
2023, this guy said
politics. Do you think this case will be this way?
No way.
If you want the entire system to stand for you and get you, tell them, okay, I want any Saba, I want to near for. The person, whoever took Mohbad's life, ran to people that have political connects. So, one way or the other, some people in the government will listen to them, especially if the people on the other side don't pay the justice, or on the political clout, or on the power. So they will not want to let you know that you will lose. They will only put up a system, something like that Corona Inquest, to silence the public and say, no, we are not deceiving anybody. But this is a system that said, this is what they find out. Nothing we can do. But when God now presented us with a new lead, like the one we have, and then the Corona Inquest is beginning to disappoint us and our expectation, that new lead, for now, they don't know what to do with it. And they have the evidence to patch up the remaining lead. It is just for us to push and pressure politically too and say, let's look at what is going on. Now that I'm able to even deduce the intention or the likely intention of these people of the political class, turn back and talk about Mohbad. They don't care if Asiwaju's government go down. They don't care if Lagos State government go down with this particular. They just want to push their own ego. And that is when the president and the people following him should have to look and say, who are you? Because of your own ego, you want our government to lose. And you know that this evidence is likely to be in the hands of anybody. Don't risk it. If you don't scream out, they won't be aware. They might think they have handled it. They'll be telling, no, guys, it's a small case, we have handled it. When we start making our own noise that they did not handle anything, no. That video, police and don't touch them. And they might have shared it with your political opponents. And if they throw it out, penultimate the next election, I don't see how that government, because it is your government that they are saying, using style to say that you are the one protecting and covering up the murderers. If they now throw the real thing out, to be 3 seconds, Larry. How the 3 seconds came out? How did they not protect it? Original people start throwing stone at that government and all the government officials that are related to them. So they won't want that to happen. So we have to use that pattern and scream out to the president and say, this is what they are planning for your government. These people are only using your government's name because they have link to you. Ashwaju is busy. They are using Ashwaju's name to want to say don't give them justice. But when we make it clear and when our noise is loud that, sir, we are telling you the truth because this is what they want to use. They would use it to destroy your government. When they reason that security report in it, give justice and let my government have a better PR. How will you say my government does not want to give MOHBAD justice? Why would I not want MOHBAD to get justice? Justice. Even call about whoever talk about MOHBAD, don't destroy my government. So that's what we're saying.
There's another thing that came to me. I'm not going to say too much of it because I don't want to give them a hint. But I want you to go back to the first issue when you first came about that CCTV in that house. There's CCTV in that house. So let's find out if there's a way we can dig that one as well. There's CCTV in that house. That's
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon.
Political solution.
Mr. Yomi. Mr. Yomi.
How are you doing? Hello? When I'm on the phone, you don't make noise. Huh? Hello?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
I came to the inquest.
Okay.
Yeah, and like I told you before, that don't expect anything from the inquest, from that autopsy, blah, 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 blah. Yeah?
Mama.
Yeah. So whatever that has happened today is still what I've said before. Nothing good will come out of that autopsy, and nothing good actually came out of it. Nothing good actually came out of it. Yeah.
What is Baba's mood?
Yeah, he's moved because I was actually sitting in front of him. But I'll say something, yeah. There is a lot of fraud in justice for MOHBAD. A lot of fraud, a lot of lies, deceit in this gay forum. And they all knew what they were doing. My own opinion, my take. They all knew what they were doing. About that autopsy, about that result, they read it. So they should stop all these lies and gimmicks that they are doing. Anyway, I purposely came
Sam Jojo, sorry to interject you. Yeah, we cannot say that they've seen the results. You understand? What I can tell you for free is that I'm looking for that record on Temi's platform some time ago. They were talking about chemical being injected in MOHBAD's body in the morgue and stuff like that.
There is no chemical. There is no chemical.
Hold on now.
According to
remember there was a time that they were saying that the pathologist from the new side forgot something in MOHBAD's body and he has to come back, right? Do you remember that period? When
I actually don't. Yeah, but I actually don't remember.
And then our class was talking about it that day, and we were analyzing that chemical in woman's body, if one can still detect one or two things. You understand? But the thing is, who are these people working with that were able to get access to the morgue and stuff like that? So it could be. I don't think anyone would have tampered or seen the result before today, to be
No,
honest.
I mean, what I'm saying is this:
Except you
whatever
have
the result that
except
was
there's an
read
evidence.
today, the result that was read today on one thing more, like that, take Moshe Soyen, Kogba, don't let us argue. The
No,
result that was read today,
it's about evidence, yo, Mr. Lee.
Àgàtà don't
yeah,
forget
but
pé ìyá
me,
Mohbad sọ ìyá Mohbad náà sọ tipẹ́tipẹ́ pé result yẹn pé òfo ni. Don't forget.
Wọ́n ti fìyà lọ́kàn balẹ̀ pé with the job they have done. You
But remember,
understand?
did you hear the voice note that ìyá Mohbad said? Lagata, remember?
All the sort of pay, sister. You understand? It's because of we go there and still record and all of that. Maybe if I play, I'm looking for it.
you
If
know
I
what,
find it now,
you know what,
I'll play it. Then I'll make better understanding.
Lagata, I will quickly, because I'm about leaving now. The doctor from Perez
Well,
has actually spoken.
are you at Corona
Yeah,
Inquest?
I'm at the inquest. I just left the inquest now, yeah?
Okay, I have an update.
But it will soon be done.
It's party now. Be break, Lower.
They had the break, but I'm not interested in anything again. The doctor have actually said what I wanted to hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you guys
Yeah.
able to ask? Were you guys
Kí
able
ni
to ask
doctor ẹ sọ?
questions?
Kí ni doctor
The
promise?
doctor confirmed that it was actually brought in bed and rigomotive setting nígbà tó gbé wá fún ọdẹ ìbéèrè lọ́wọ́ pé ẹ sọ pé bọ̀bọ̀ iṣẹ́ collapse ni kò sí sign pé ẹni iṣẹ́ collapse náà pé òun rí i pé wọ́n ti da omi sí lára ní pé ọmọ kan tó dẹ̀ setting like the kind of rigomotive that setting that pé ẹni yìí ó ti kú 3 hours before onígbà lọ́sọ̀ wọn sọ pé ìgbà tó wọn ń bọ̀ wọ́n wà nínú traffic kinní kan ṣe kinní kan wọn get àwọn kan.
Sam Jojo, can you please speak English for the non-Yoruba?
Okay, I should speak English. Okay, sorry.
Please,
So what the
sorry,
doctor was saying was like when the doctor checked to confirm if rigomotive had actually set in, to confirm when they brought in MOHBAD, he said it was the nurse that was actually attending to them. Then he came down. It was a four-story building. He came down. So while he was attesting to the body, he was asking them questions. What happened to him? And one of them said, there were about 4 guys. So he said, one of them said he collapsed. Okay. So he was checking. He checked his heartbeat. He checked, and their telescope. What is so Martin checked that he checked. He was not seeing any sign of life in him, and he asked them question. How many? You said this guy just collapsed. He's not seeing this. They said that blah blah blah. That was a nurse. And I asked them what happened. They said it was actually a nurse that gave him injection, and at that point of injection, he reacted. He was convulsing. He was having goosebumps. Blah blah blah. So he said he did CPR to check. He was just giving his own medical terms, just to kind of like try to revive him. So when he said he checked his palm also, and he confirmed that the palm is already pale, like away and he said when you bring some when they see some that sign like that means that person just not he died about three hours ago, not that he just died that he just collapsed and you're just bringing him in. He said he checked his eyes, he tried to open his teeth, that the teeth is already closed to the point where like it was stiff like a wood, like they cannot open it, and all these signs cannot prove that this person just collapsed and you're just bringing him in, that he might have died. He said this person you brought in died about 3 hours ago. He told them, and they were like,
more.
yeah, you can't put more, but that 3 hours ago means more, or that 3 hours can be a day, can be 20 hours. You understand? But whatever that they have checked had proved to them that this person had died 3 hours ago. Do you understand? Contradicting to what they just said, that he just collapsed and they were bringing him in. So at that point, it was where they were explaining it was in the traffic. They carried bike. They put the neighbor's car. Blah 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 blah. So everything, and that was what the doctor confirmed. This guy was brought in dead, and the body, the locomotive, and every other thing. It's about 3 stages, and all those 3 stages had already set in. The locomotive, everything had actually set in to prove this guy not just spy. That spy about 3 hours ago. 3 hours ago could be more, could be 5 hours, could be 10 hours, could be a day. Do you understand? And the doctor confirmed that. And also, the driver also came, and the driver gave the details of everything that happened. Yes, I'm
Sorry,
with you.
was that the first hospital or the second hospital? Perez or
The Perez, the doctor came from Perez. I think the other
Perez?
hospital, the doctor is not available.
He didn't come. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
So it's from Perez Hospital.
Sammy
So
Jojo, before you continue, sorry. Did
yes,
the doctor talk about any cuts or any kind of blood or
yeah, he
anything
said
in his body?
he saw like a wound, but that when he now looked at it like this kind of a thing could not even. This is what you said you called the nurse for. Even the doctor was kind of like wound this kind of a wound, and this is what you call the nurse for. Do you understand? Because the kind of wound the Mohbad sustained cannot bring any nurse. They cannot take him to any hospital because the doctor also proved that this kind of wound they need to come back tetanus to see. You don't understand that kind of a wound that became just like a scratch. Do you get? So the doctor also compared. He said he saw it, and when he saw it, he was like, this is the reason why you called the nurse to come and inject him. Blah blah. He was questioning them, but he said it was only one person that was talking, and what the person was saying was just giving a different answer to whatever he was asking. But he performed, he did everything, and he confirmed that it was actually brought in dead, and it was up 3 hours ago, not as they claimed. And another thing, when he won't die,
So,
Mr.
Sammy
Lara,
Jojo,
because
so
when he came,
sorry, don't vex, I beg, please. So the doctor basically is saying that he didn't see any blood whatsoever. He only saw a cut.
he
Is that
did
what you're saying?
he only saw a cut. He did not see
Okay,
any blood. No, he saw a cut, but
that's
now
strange.
maybe there
Okay.
was a fresh blood, nothing. But he saw, but the kind of cut, the wound he saw did not require for them to call a nurse. It's as simple as that. It does not require for them to call a nurse. So that being said, what else? He said he noticed that they poured and the body was wet. So maybe they actually was poured because when okay now let's say this. You claim he just collapsed, and while he collapsed, you were trying to revive him, you were pouring water on him. Abi, that was why you were kind of like rushing him to the hospital. And when they came to the hospital was confirming that this person had actually died 3 hours ago or more. So, what is the game of they pouring water on him? Was it to preserve the body? See, this J poem is just a mystery and kind of like it's a mystery to me. It's like a mystery, and the only thing. Okay, yeah, the driver can confirm what happened. That when the how did they start? He said when they called him, so he came, he got there. So when he got there, he picked Mohbad and the wife, and and the wife and the son and who else? One of them, they went to one place at Uniru. So he said when they got there, by the time Mohbad came out, Mohbad and Wummi started having arguments. It was not from the house. And do you understand? Not from the house. It was when they got to a particular place, maybe Uniru, where they met the rest of the artists. Do you understand? It was there they started having argument issues. But the problem is this: the driver does not understand Yoruba, so most of their conversation we said in Yoruba. So it was only kind of like you know that these people are fighting, that they were insulting themselves. You know all those but they were kind of like. So when they got to IKD Ikorodu, Mohbad went for the show and he came back. I think it was he said by the soldier, policeman, and everyone were there. They escorted him into the car, and he explained the sitting arrangement. He said he was at the front, the driver, somebody, but he does not know the person's name, was sitting in the front, and that person is short. So I guess that was Darusha, because Darusha is very short. So Darusha was sitting beside the driver. In the middle was Mohbad, Wummi, and his friend. And I guess that his friend was Prime Boy, according to what the driver was saying. And he said two more people were sitting at the back. So those two people, I don't know. Maybe it is Spending or Adura, but two people were at the back.
Spending
So
and
he said
maybe
by the
OG.
time
Spending and OG.
maybe Adura, maybe
No, spending.
I don't know.
Spending
Okay.
and
So
OG.
he said when they were about to go. Okay, let me just continue my
Please,
explanation.
Sammy,
So he
one
said by the
second. Please,
time they
Sammy, one
wanted
second,
to
please. 1 second, please. Lagata, can you put yourself on a big screen, please? Sorry to interject you, Sam Jojo. Lagata, put yourself on yourself on the big screen. Yourself on a big screen, not me.
No, I don't need to put myself. Okay.
You can
My
continue,
network.
sir.
Right. Now, so what he was he explained that while they were there, while they were okay, the policeman, soldier, they escorted Mohbad from the stage into the car. So while they got into the car, some guys came there. They wanted power, so they wanted to collect money. So Mohbad was like, "No, I will not give you money." They will start making trouble with them. We fight them. We do this. So that his friend was not telling him that no, he wanted to come down. They were telling him not to come down. That Mohbad should not come down. This and that, blah blah blah. So he said he tried to speak to Mohbad. Now to Mohbad, you can't fight with these people. Just leave them there. What if they go and eat you with juju or something? So that he was the one locking the car. That Mohbad would try to open it, he will lock it. He tried to open it, he will lock it. So at a point, he came down. He said he will open the door. He will spit on the floor. He will close the door as if a little bit drunk. Maybe he said maybe he's acting as if he was drunk. So at that point too, Mohbad and Wummi started another fight that they were kind of like insult, that it was even more than what fight. That Wummi quickly grabbed his neck, like hold his clothes back. Mohbad didn't hit Wummi anyway. But Mohbad, don't do this, don't do that. He was actually pleading with Mohbad. Mohbad now took offense. Mohbad was eating that his friend. But you know, the driver cannot really say the name of the friend, but he was eating the friend. So while he was eating the friend, that the friend did not retaliate to Mohbad. That he did not retaliate. That they asked that the friend, did he punch Mohbad? He said no. He was in the car. That he did such things not because Mohbad was trying to eat that his friend. So he now said another thing, that while he tried to punch that his friend, that the glass actually broke, but that Mohbad sustained a wound, but the wound was not that much, that he saw blood stain on the carpet of the car. But he said when they left the show, they got home. That all of them in that car slept in that house. That he actually used his car. He parked in front of Mohbad's gate. In front of the house, he parked in front of Mohbad's gate. That everybody in that car slept in that car. Darusha, according to the description, he said the person is shot. So definitely it's Darusha. All of them slept in the house. So he said in the morning, where he was trying to call them, nobody could pick up the phone. That he had to wait till around 11. That the wife now came out, which is Wummi. Wummi came out. He said, "Are you just coming?" He said, "No, that he actually slept here. That he could not go because of the broken glass." Wummi said that he's sorry. That okay, that they will fix the car. That Wummi now went inside. They said they have actually spoken to somebody at Ladipo. They transferred money for the glass to be fixed. So he left around what time? He said he left. So when he left, he went to Ladipo to fix the car. That was on Monday at the. So he went to Ladipo to fix the car. He said on Tuesday, somebody called him that he should go and report himself to the police station. That number just called. Go and report at the police station. That he was like telling him like, what kind of who just called me? You understand? That number called again. That he should go and report. He should go and report himself to the station. So he said maybe hours after, I think around I'm not getting that time correctly. I think in the morning we have the time because they were writing it down. I don't have time to write anything down. So he said they now called him that Mohbad is dead. That he could not believe it. That the person I just saw yesterday, that he now telling me that he's dead. Blah blah blah. So that was how he found out that was around. On Tuesday, he said around 9. 9. On Tuesday morning, around 9, that the call called him that he should go and report himself to the station, blah blah blah. So I think it was around that 9 that they called him. That is, maybe his oga called him that Mohbad is dead. Around 9. So he now said around 12 or something. That somebody now called him again. Now checked online. That he now saw it on Facebook. That the person that he carried yesterday was dead. So that he could not believe that. So that was just a submission. And they asked him questions about was it true that
So,
he
Sammy
parked
Jojo,
the car
9
that he
a.m.
wanted to
láàárọ̀.
throw the baby?
Sammy Jojo,
Yeah,
9
9
a.m.
a.m.
láàárọ̀.
Yes,
Níjọ́
that was
12.
what the driver said. Yes.
So báwo ni nurse tó wá dé ní 2 o'clock ṣe wá treat Mohbad?
On the 12th, yeah. 9
Kéèsì iṣẹ́ ẹni bó
a.m.
ṣe ń dùn
láàárọ̀.
wọ́n ni. Kéèsì iṣẹ́
The
ń dùn
driver
wọ́n. God bless you. So, because according to what we saw today, it was actually the driver actually told us the whole truth. So he said they called him around 9 a.m. in the morning that Mohbad had died. I was like, I could not believe it. So around 12, he said he now saw it on Facebook that Mo had actually died. So another thing, he now asked him the question that was it true that at the point they stopped the car that Mohbad wanted to throw the child into the lagoon? He said nothing ever happened. That something like that never happened. And he said something again. He said that midnight of the day they went to the show, what on Sunday, 3 a.m. on Monday, you understand? That some of them were sleeping in the car, that they came to come and hit the window of the car. They came to wake him up around 3 o'clock. No, the driver should take them to the pharmacist that they went to go and buy that they are looking for drugs. They now said no, that he cannot take his car, that he doesn't have fuel in the car. That was around 3 o'clock, midnight. You understand? When they got home, they said they got home around 1. So he said around 3 a.m. they came to knock the car that they should take them to the nearest pharmacy. They said it doesn't have fuel. So he said they actually went to take Mohbad's car. That they tried to start it. At the end of the day, the car started. So they took Mohbad's car to go and buy drugs that midnight. Wow.
But he did not see Mohbad. He left. He did not see Mohbad.
Oh my God.
He left.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So,
Oh my God.
So huge.
We
So,
need
see,
the CCC of this guy is very important too. Police need to
like
hear
I
this.
said before, I've told you before, nothing will come out of the autopsy. And yeah, you have it. You have it. I think before tomorrow, by Monday, if possible, they can have it today. I'm not sure, but before Monday, everything will be out. Even what the pathologists have, the Pythagoras, the pathologists don't even call Pythagoras anyway.
Our Pythagoras
So that was but it's funny. It's funny. It's funny, and to be honest, you need to ask questions. A huge lot of questions. Huge lot of questions. Huge lot of questions. I got tired. I just had the doctor have actually said what I wanted to hear. So what do I need to cross-examine? I don't need to ask the doctor any questions. And I don't think I didn't fit to ask any questions. So that's why I left. So they should be done in any minute from now anyway.
This Samilari, did they get to ask Samilari?
Yeah. It was virtual. Yeah. Samilari was there also, and it was actually virtual. It became virtual, and they asked him a lot of questions. But the thing is this: I'm not interested in Samilari. I can give you summary of everything they asked him anyway. But am I interested in it? No, I am not interested in it. So, because I wasn't paying attention to it, but they asked about the beating, the bullying, and every other thing. But the most important thing is the autopsy was read today. And according to what they said, it is let me remember the English that was said. Unconfirmed, Abby. Yeah.
Certain? They
If
said
I can
uncertain.
remember, maybe
Uncertain.
uncertain. Because uncertain, because of the uncertain. And you know why they said that? Because the first one was inconclusive. So if they should use inconclusive again, you people will ask questions. Do you understand? You people will ask questions. So that's why we use uncertain. So maybe they say it's still coming. I think they have to fix a date for him to come back again, to come and explain everything, blah blah blah, because He actually came with a manual and handout about it. He actually came with a handout of the summary, the first autopsy, his conclusion, his submission, and his conclusion, his submission, and everything. So everything. So it's all details. Maybe at the end of the day, we will have a copy, or the copy will be published.